In this video, we're going to talk about commercial kitchen design and equipment in the context of educational facilities. How are we doing today?
Fantastic.
We've
Great.
just had lunch, so both feeling good.
Yes, we're
And-
all ready to talk about education and food service for them.
Absolutely. So, and I was going to say that exactly because food in schools for me, as I come from Australia originally, we don't do this thing that you do in America. It's fascinating to me. Can you describe what are the food service, what's the volume we're talking about? What's the timing we're talking about to get food out to all these kids at once when it comes to these younger K through 12 schools?
So you mentioned K through 12. So there'll probably be 3 different timelines. Everyone will have about a 35-minute session. And with that, you have to sometimes serve anywhere between 100 kids per session or 300 kids per session, depending on the size of the school.
300 kids per 35 minutes?
Per 35 minutes.
Okay, that's got to have some unusual constraints.
Correct. So there's a Trayline service that has a cold section, a hot section, and a dry section. And the kid would pick up a tray, move down the line, and get served from the lunch ladies their menu, and then cash out at the end with their lunch program. And to that, there's a tremendous amount of need of large pieces of equipment to be able to execute those diets and those specific menus.
Because there's a lot of diets as the kids now. You can't have, I want to say, peanuts.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
Yep. Peanut-free.
So you've got
dairy-free.
to have not only 300 meals, but also variations that suit all the kids.
Correct. So that's where the Trayline comes in, where there'll be multiple sections of hot. So maybe back 10, 15 years ago, we saw maybe only a steam table with 4 wells. Today we're seeing steam tables with maybe 7 or 10 wells,
Really?
where it can actually fit those needs of being able to cater to all those different diets.
Okay, cool. So I think I've got the idea here. We've got up to 300 kids coming in every 30 minutes or so, and we've got quite a lot of them, because a big school would have thousands of kids.
Correct.
What are some of the design considerations for what's happening behind the scenes?
So I think the biggest part is the safety and sanitation, as well as for all kitchens, specifically in schools. So warewashing, pot washing, transporting of the food. That's something that's very, very important. So keeping temperatures, warming, and stations like that to get to the cafe area.
That makes sense to me because particularly kids wouldn't want to have their food too hot. They'd be especially sensitive to that, I imagine.
Correct.
Are there any particular pieces of commercial kitchen equipment that you would recommend in these circumstances?
I think we're seeing much more of a healthier diet, so we're moving away from frying and using combi ovens, kettles, and steamers to be able to produce the mass volume. So I find that to be very helpful, and it's very easy to use due to the electronic availabilities and simple solid state control. So
you can actually set something and say 60 seconds of this, 90 seconds of this. Go.
Correct. Everything's with a barcode, so it's a quick scan of the box, put the product into the combi oven.
Really? And now it knows what to do.
Exactly. So it'll know how many minutes it needs to bake, how much steaming, what type of combination it needs, and then from there it'll go into a warming cabinet and then onto the serving line.
I've got to admit that would be terrific to have at home, that my box speaks to my microwave, if that makes sense, or my box speaks to my oven, and that's what you're talking about.
That is exactly how it actually works today.
That is fascinating to hear. All right, good. Well, look, thank you so much for your insight. If you'd like to find out more about commercial kitchen design and equipment with particular reference to education, schools, K-12 and universities, please visit us online at culinarydepot.inc.com.